Everyone knows the story of Cinderella, the kind girl, the magical ball, and the glass slipper. But what if the real story was different? What if it was never meant to have a happy ending? Cinderella lived with her cruel stepmother and stepsisters. They treated her like a servant, forcing her to clean, cook, and sleep in the cold attic. But Cinderella had a secret. At night, she heard whispers in the walls. Shadows moved when no one was there. Something was watching her. One evening, while cleaning the basement, she found a hidden door. It led to a dark underground tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, she saw something chilling, a forgotten graveyard beneath the house. One grave had a name on it, her mother's name. Cinderella gasped. But she was buried in the royal cemetery, wasn't she? She touched the grave. The ground shook beneath her. A cold whisper filled the air. "Set me free!" Cinderella ran, but from that night on, something followed her. The day of the royal ball arrived. Her stepsisters laughed, leaving Cinderella alone in the attic. Tears rolled down her face. That's when she appeared. A woman in a black cloak stepped from the shadows. Her smile was unnatural. "I am your fairy mother," she whispered, "and I will make all your dreams come true." With a wave of her hand, Cinderella's rags turned into a beautiful black gown. But the glass slippers, they were not normal. They looked alive. As she put them on, she felt something sharp, like tiny teeth biting into her skin. The fairy mother only smiled. "Hurry, my dear," she whispered, "before midnight, or the shoes will take what they are owed." Cinderella didn't understand, but she would. At the palace, the prince was drawn to her immediately. They danced under golden chandeliers, his eyes never leaving hers. But Cinderella felt strange. Her feet burned. The slippers felt tight, too tight. She looked down. Her slippers were filled with blood. The glass had fused with her flesh. The more she moved, the deeper they cut. She tried to scream, but her voice was gone. The prince leaned close and whispered, "I've been waiting for you, my love. The curse must live on." The ballroom fell silent. One by one, the guests turned their heads unnaturally and whispered in unison, "Midnight is near." Cinderella ran. She ran through the castle halls, her heart pounding. Mirrors lined the walls, but her reflection was wrong. In the glass, she saw a twisted, monstrous version of herself, screaming. Then, dong! The clock struck midnight. She froze. Her feet wouldn't move. The slippers had turned to chains, digging into her bones. Her skin turned pale. Her fingers stiffened. The fairy godmother's whisper echoed. "Every Cinderella must take the last one's place. The curse must live on." Cinderella turned to scream, but all that was left was a lifeless glass statue, frozen in terror. The next morning, the prince searched for the missing girl. The glass slipper was found on the palace steps. Inside it was a drop of blood. In a faraway village, a poor girl found an invitation to the royal ball. That night, a shadowy woman approached her and whispered, "I am your fairy mother, and I will make all your dreams come true." The curse begins again.